Welcome to today's Farm Life. I'm Doug Cunningham. It's been an unusual winter in South Dakota, especially when it comes to cow-calf producers. Got me thinking that calving season is just around the corner, and is there something different that we need to be doing as we approach calving season? So I stopped at Mitchell Technical College to talk to the Animal Science Director, Dr. Lori Repenning. She tells me that there really is not a whole lot different, but there are some things to remember.
As we work into the 2022, some of the things we've seen different this year, probably because of the open, dry winter, probably started last summer already, but some of the benefits is we got to use a lot more of the crop waste residues. Cows have really gotten the most out of what they could graze out there because it didn't get covered with snow. But anytime we get those dry residues, there's things we have to supplement. Because, for example, corn stalks don't provide enough protein in that cow diet, and so the vitamins, minerals, and protein are pretty important when we're still out with residues on cows.
According to Dr. Repenning, feeding cows that we don't need to feed is expensive. So taking a good, hard, long look at your herd is something she hopes that has already been done, but needs to be done, especially now, headed into calving season.
So, because we're a little short on feed resources this year and the price is really expensive, hopefully producers have gone through their cows and preg checked them and gotten rid of those. It costs roughly $800 a year to feed that cow, and with the hay prices that we have, we can't afford to be feeding that to the open cows. So hopefully they've culled out all the bad attitudes, bad bags, and open cows, and are saving their feed resources for the ones that are going to make them some money.
Now, Dr. Repenning did tell me that the feed quality seems to be an issue this year as we work towards a certain body score or body condition as we approach calving season.
One of the other things that we can do is with the feedstuffs that we have, we can take feed samples and send them off for analysis, and they'll look at the protein, the energy, the digestibility, basically the quality of the feed, and then we can mix rations to make the best diet for the cow. It also saves on feed if we're making that TMR, that total mixed ration, rather than rolling out bales or putting them in bale feeders, because we're giving each cow specifically on their plate what they need to eat. And cows are pretty wasteful. If we're giving them all they want to eat, they'll eat about 30% more than they really need. And so if you're short on hay resources, it's a good way to feed them a little bit and still keep them in good shape. But for those who are maybe a little short on feed, they may have to be providing perhaps a little more energy to those cows to make sure we get the proper body condition score prior to calving, because that's all about the calf health of those new calves that'll be coming.
Now, I recently heard the term snow drought, and I don't think I've ever heard that before. But Dr. Repenning says it really doesn't play a role right now, but it will play a role as we approach springtime and getting ready to turn cows out on grass.
Well, there's going to be some benefits of a snow drought in that it's probably not going to be as muddy unless things turn around, and mud is probably the leading cause of problems with calving as far as mud, scour diseases, and those kinds of things. So there will be some benefits of the snow drought, but the disadvantages is our grasses probably aren't going to come as soon. So we're going to have more feed resources to maybe feed them into June before we're actually turning them out and let that grass get caught up on its little bit of reserves that it has and get started. So,
Dr. Lori Repenning here at the Animal Sciences Division of Mitchell Technical College. Just a few reminders as we head into the calving season, which is just around the corner. Remember, feel good about what you do today, because what you do today is very important. Until next time, for today's Farm Life, I'm Doug Cunningham.